Hey guys, it's George here. I'm in Mazatlan, Sinaloa, Mexico. Beautiful place, I tell you. Well, just look around me. Look, you see that platform there behind me? You can go on there. There's steps going down there, and as you can see, the view is fantastic. I don't even know where to begin. Once in a while, I share with you my thoughts, my ideas, and my concerns. And I think this is going to be one of those videos. Now, this is Thursday, and we're looking back at Monday. Monday was the day when the United States inaugurated a new president. My country, Canada, isn't where I was born, is where I've been living for the past, 37 or 38 years now. And it's been a good 38 years. There have been problems too. But never before has there been so much concern in our country about something that happened in the United States. We're always affected by what happens in the United States, so don't get me wrong. But this thing, I think it's out of control, and it's not just Canada that's getting affected. It is everybody around the world, and many may be affected really harsh way right now because they've been trying to get asylum to get into the United States. Perhaps they are in the United States and about to be removed from there. And then there's others that will lose all their recognition in the United States. Transgender people, they're for real. They exist. They've come a long way to get rid of the stigma that is associated with LGBTQ. Yesterday, about 1,500 prisoners have been released that undertook an insurrection on the United States Capitol. Some of them very violently. Some of them are members of terrorist, racist organizations, and they're already instigating more violence against those that investigated them. And it's the President of the United States that the United States people have allowed to become the president yet again, despite numerous criminal accusations and convictions. And now he's seeking retribution against those who tried to get him in trouble. The other day, there was a bishop did a beautiful sermon. Trump and his family were there, and his vice president. I'm not sure if Elon Musk was there. I didn't see that. Probably wasn't there. But she actually brought this up. She brought up some of the things, like how a lot of people in the United States are really scared right now, and how transgender people aren't criminals, how immigrants aren't criminals. Well, instead of acknowledging that, Trump actually shot back at her and demanded an apology. What's there to apologize for? Saying the truth? Those of you who perhaps voted for Trump or who still believe in the man, I mean, doesn't this sometimes rattle your cage a little bit? Are you having doubts yet? Now, if you don't, let me say just this one thing about Elon Musk. During the inauguration ceremonies, he held a speech. And to be quite frank with you, I don't like Elon Musk. I didn't bother watching most of his speech. I caught a few ideas that he shared about going to Mars and how cool it would be. And he danced around in front of the audience like a child that he apparently is. He's got in a way, the development of a 10-year-old. On another level, he's brilliant, I admit that, but he's mentally unstable, which is very obvious when you watch the guy. I've seen enough of him, even though I don't watch his whole speech. I've seen enough. It turns me off so bad. But you know what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is this Nazi salute. And that's what it is, guys. It's a Nazi salute that Hitler used to do. It's the exact same gesture. Just watch it on one of the historic pieces of documentary or whatever you have. It's well documented. This is outlawed in Germany, guys. You can actually get 3 years in prison just for doing that. That's how serious this is. Those of you who are saying that, no, 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 he didn't mean it that way. He was just excited, and it was a high five. I seen somebody, some comments on Facebook. I'm still on that platform, guys. I'm thinking about getting rid of it. So if you want to leave me a comment on what good alternatives there is, to keep in touch with all the people that you have met over the years and that are somehow still on Facebook. You know, I'd like to keep in touch with all of you, but it seems impossible to do without keeping Facebook. And well, I have my reservations about Facebook too now, even though I'm still on there. Yeah, I'll keep it. My daughters are on there, and that's pretty much how we communicate. But to say the least, I mean, this isn't a political channel, guys. I shared with you some of the thoughts that I had when Donald Trump was first elected. Look, if you're a subscriber to my channel and you disagree with me and you want to unsubscribe, well, I won't hold it against you. That is fine. But at the same time, I got to shake my head, because can't we not have disagreements? Is this so fundamental that eventually it's just going to lead to like major conflicts that turn violent and stuff? I mean, it's happening right now in the United States. The violent crowd has already been released from prison. You just watch what's going to happen next. Things aren't going to turn better. Things are going to turn worse. February 1st is the day when there's supposed to be tariffs introduced, executive orders again, against Canada and Mexico. Canadian government and all the provinces already have retaliation plans in place. The only one that seems to be lagging on that one is my premier, Danielle Smith. Some person I don't support in any way. She's sucking up to Donald Trump. This is the worst thing in my mind that she could have done. She's worried about even losing like a day or two of energy exports, which would probably turn some of the ultra rich investors in the energy sector against her, maybe temporarily, because I think the United States still depend on the energy from Canada in a big way. They might be able to transition from it eventually, but it's not going to happen overnight. No, people are going to get stinking mad at Donald Trump when they see their groceries, their gasoline, their electricity bills, all of this stuff go up instead of down. This order that Trump signed about the cost of living, that has no meaning. There's nothing substantial about it. What's going to happen here is that, you know, he's going to go through with all his ideas, and there's nothing he can do to escape the consequences of it. And once the American people become aware that the consequences could be negative on them, yeah, Trump ain't going to be so popular anymore. I think with a lot of you Americans, Trump is probably not popular right now, hasn't ever been popular, so please do what's in your power to stop him. Like, I don't know, probably there's not much you can do. But yes, we as Canadians here, we're outside the country right now, but yeah, we're worried. And I'm sure there are people in Mexico too who are worried. There are people in Europe who are worried. There are elections going on in Germany right now. Guess who's there? Yeah, the idiot. Well, there are going to be a lot of changes in the world this year, 2025. I hope by the end of this year we can all breathe a little easier. Everything is going to sort itself out. But honestly, right now, I'm not too optimistic. I've seen so much opportunity to stop this that's been wasted. Do I need to go into detail? I don't think so. So forgive me for this little rant. I'm sharing my feelings about what's going on. You can leave me comments. You can complain. You can unsubscribe. Whatever you're going to do, it's fine. Like, I'm not doing this channel really to become more popular with people or anything. I'm doing this to share the things that I'm experiencing in my life for whatever it's worth. May it help somebody. May it help somebody get clarity. I mean, I shared a lot of truck repairs. I'm sure somebody's going to benefit from that in some way. And whatever I learn, I share it. It might not be a whole lot of scientific stuff these days. The other day I had an argument on Facebook with somebody about whether the sea level is rising. Well, I think it's a pretty simple concept. You know, you got icebergs that are melting that are above the sea level, you know. So they are melting, and the water just levels itself out, so it's got to go somewhere. Now, how much it is rising, I guess that's debatable, but even just a little increase, it's going to have a huge effect on land. You know, land, and somewhere in the world, land is going to be lost. It's going to be under the water. And it's not just going to be an inch or two. No, it could be quite significantly. There goes another one. So let me finish this video here. I appreciate you watching. I don't want to step on anybody's toes or anything like that, except perhaps those of you that are asleep, don't see what's going on. So if that's you, yeah. But in general, I'm just sharing stuff, you know, and I'm not claiming to know it all. Enlighten me. I said that before in another video. And I said I wasn't going to go into politics too much, but then I kind of went back on that. So once in a while you're going to hear me talk about politics. There you go. Watch some of my other stuff if that's not your thing. There's a video on the screen right this moment, and I think you're going to love it because YouTube thinks so. There you go. See you later.